Welcome back everyone to another Pokemon ROM hacking tutorial. This is going to be a quick and simple video on how to change the starting location of your game, so you can make it somewhere different than the player's house in Fire Red and Leaf Green, or the truck in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. I'm going to show you guys how to accomplish this in Hex Maniac Advance, but I'm also going to introduce you to another program called GBA Intro Manager that lets you edit a bit more in detail. Thanks as always to our community's wonderful YouTube channel members for helping me make this video possible. Becoming a channel member allows you to get early access to videos before they're released and some custom emojis for the comments section. Check it out at the link in the description. Alright, so with Hex Maniac Advance open here, I'm going to go ahead and start with Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. To change the starting location, all you have to do is go to the scripts section, then New Game, and then hit the Start. As you can see, we'll have the map bank and map number, and then the X and Y coordinates. So if I go ahead and click on the bank here, it'll bring up these numbers right here. These four numbers highlighted in green are what we're looking at. So going back to the map editor, I'm going to find a map bank and map number that we want to start our game at. Let's just do Cinnabar Island for an example. Alright, I want the player to start right in front of the Pokemon Mansion here in Cinnabar Island, so I'm going to look up here at the top and see the map bank and map number. You see we have 3 and 8. I want them to spawn on the tile right before the entrance to the Pokemon Mansion, so I'm going to look on the bottom right of my screen and you're going to see the X and Y coordinates. Here we have the number 8 and 4. So I just need to remember map bank 3, map number 8, and the X and Y coordinates are 8 and 4. Going back to what we have here, you can highlight over the numbers to show you what we're going to work on. Right here, it says the map bank. So double clicking this, we can edit it and type in the number 3. Then the map here is going to be 8. Then if I hover over this will be the X coordinate. So we'll change that number to 8. And then over here on the left, we have the Y, and it says right there if you zoom in. And we're going to change this one to 4. Now, all we got to do is start up the game and see if it worked. Alright, so as we got through the intro, let's see where we land. And there we go, we're right in front of Cinnabar Island, exactly where I want to be. It's as simple as that. Now next, we're going to do Pokemon Emerald. So, we're going to do the same thing and go to the maps and find a map bank and map number we want. How about we want to start off in Rustboro City, maybe in this house right here. Now with Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, we're only going to have to worry about the map bank and map number, as the game does not let you edit the X and Y coordinates for the start. Here we have 1111. So, back at the home menu, we're going to go to Scripts, New Game, Start, and then we have the map bank and number here, which we'll click on. And these two numbers highlighted in green are what we're looking at. So, just like I said, we'll do 1111. So, now we're testing it in-game, and everything should work perfectly, right? Wrong. It's still activating the truck scene no matter what we change the location to. So, this is something we're not going to be able to edit in Hex Maniac Advance, and you can see it causes some weird graphical issues. That's because the data for this script is being triggered no matter what, and I don't think Hex Maniac Advance has a way to change that script. So, we're going to switch over to another program. This is where an awesome program called the GBA Intro Manager is going to help us. Once you download it, it's going to be a zip file here that we're going to have to extract. I'm using WinRAR to extract it. Then we'll go ahead and run the program, and we'll go ahead and open up our ROM. Now with GBA Intro Manager opened, and we just loaded our recent Emerald ROM, you can see the map bank and map number are both the letter B. That's because this program uses the hex numbers instead of regular decimal. So the number 11 equals B. This program also lets you unlock the X and Y coordinates, which is pretty cool. So let's put our player in the top left corner, maybe at 3 and 3. Then, this is what we're looking for right here, a button to remove the truck scene. So we'll just go ahead and click that. This program also lets you edit other cool stuff, such as the starting music and even the Pokemon Professor Birch sends out in the intro. So, we'll go ahead and save it and try it out. And there we go, there's the Pokemon that I just changed Professor Birch to send out. And, now hopping into the game, you're going to see the truck scene is removed and our player spawned in the top left corner where I changed it to. GBA Intro Manager makes this process super simple, and I'm going to show you some extra features for it in Fire Red and Leaf Green. Now, after loading Fire Red into it, you can see we have the map bank and map number for Cinnabar Island, which we changed it to. But you can see a few other options, such as changing the title screen Pokemon cry from Charizard to something else, and the Professor's Pokemon that he has. It's pretty cool, you also have the options to skip the flashback feature, skip the gender choice, and rival naming. This is useful if you have a rival in your game that has your own custom name that you do not want the player to be able to change. And there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this quick and simple video on how to change the starting location and some other intro options for your ROM hack. This video was made because it was suggested by one of you guys in the comments. So, if you have any other ideas for future ROM hacking tutorials, be sure to let me know down below in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.